Hey folks, Todd here. Today we're going to install the FRC-4000 on this 2024 Toyota Tacoma. The tools we'll be using for this installation are a ratchet with a 9/16 and 7/16 sockets, a tape measure, and a pair of scissors. Let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to start off by assembling our driver's side rail assembly. Now this is a mirror image of the passenger side rail assembly, so everything we're going to do on this side will repeat for the passenger side. So let me go ahead and show you what we're looking at. We've got our driver's side rail. Now the open channel is on this end. If you look at the bottom, we've got the short leg on this side and the long leg on this side. So this is going to go towards the cab. This is going to go towards the tailgate. Next, I want to show you we've got our mounting bracket. Now the mounting bracket, you're going to have a couple of pegs that are going towards the tailgate side, and it's got a couple of protectors on there from the powder coat. So we're going to go ahead and pull those off, set those to the side. Note you also got a couple of notches here, and you got a little 90-degree bend down on the bottom, and that's going to go up towards the front of the rail. We've also got our driver's side rail spacer. Now this again is a mirror image of the passenger side. So you're going to have a couple of holes. This is going to be towards the bottom and facing towards the front. If you look at this side right here, that's the hollowed side, so that's going to be going towards the bracket. We're just going to slide that over top of the studs, and then we're going to take and then slide this through these two holes in the rail. And next we're going to finish it off by using our latch assembly. Again, make sure you note the orientation of this latch assembly. The latch is going to be facing towards the canister as well as this shelf right here. So we're going to set that also onto those two holes. All right, and now what we're going to do is use our 1/4-20 nylock nuts that are in our kit and fasten them down to here, tighten them down with a 7/16 socket. Now don't over tighten those, you just want to get nice and snug. These are already locking nuts. All right, repeat the same process for the passenger side. Okay, now this is our truck tread material and we're going to attach it to the canister to provide protection. So what I want to point out, first of all, is on here on one side of it you're going to have a couple of slits that are in the liner. Next, what we're going to do is slide our straps through those slits, just like this. All right, get it set like this. Repeat the same on the opposite side. Next, what we're going to do is go ahead and flip our fiber liner over. Now, on the bottom side, we're going to notice we've got some Velcro straps on either end. What we're going to do is take our Velcro in our kit, go ahead and pull that out and run along both sides and cut it in place. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and leave this face down with our straps facing this way, and I'm going to go ahead and grab the canister and bring it over. Okay, so I went ahead and placed the canister up on top of our canister protector. This is our fiber liner. Now you'll notice that our latch mechanism is also going to face towards the same direction as our straps. We also want to make sure it's nice and centered side to side, and I've gone ahead and placed it to where this right here is going to end right up at the top side of the canister itself. Now I've already gone ahead and removed the plastic protector that protects the canister. Next, what we're going to do is use our adhesive promoter and wipe down the top surface where this is going to be contacting, where it's going to adhere to the canister. We're going to prep the top surface on this side and also on the back side. Now, once we've given some time for that adhesive promoter to flash, what we're going to do is go ahead and peel away a few inches of the adhesive protector from our hook and loop and go ahead and bring this up. Now we want to make sure this goes straight all the way across. So I'm going to make sure that it's nice and even with the top up in the center, and then go ahead and make connection on this side. Next, I'm going to work it across, pulling a little bit at a time. You also want to bear down to get good adhesion on that canister. All right, we'll repeat the same thing on the opposite side. Just make sure you pull it nice and tight as we go. Next, what we're going to do is attach our grab handles. Now, the way we're going to do that is we're going to take and release the locking levers on the grab handles. That will drop these two pieces down for the T-slots. We're just going to slide those in, get it centered side to side, and then lock it down. All right, repeat the same on the opposite side. Okay, now this is the back side of the canister. I went ahead and flipped it around. This is our bulkhead seal. It'll be sitting on top of the bulkhead. Down at the bottom of the side of the canister, we're going to notice we've got some drain spouts. What we're going to do is take our drain tubes, one drain tube per side, and then go ahead and fit it over top of that drain spout. Repeat the same process on the opposite side. Okay, so here we are inside the bed of the truck. I'm on the driver's side. Everything we do on the driver's side we'll also be doing on the passenger side. Now, the first thing I want to do, if you've got the tie-down cleats on your deck rail system, you want to move those towards the center of the bed. Next, what we're going to do is our plugs at the end of the deck rail, push in and pull out on those plugs, pull them out in the front and the back. All right, now in your kit, you're going to have what's called a T-nut. Now that T-nut is shaped just like so. What we're going to do is rotate that to where the threaded end and the flat surface is faced towards the outside. This is going to slide into the rail, and we're bringing about 8 inches into the rail. One way to make it slide a little easier is take one of our bolts out of our kit and then just guide it in place, and we can pull the bolt back out. Do that in the front and then also in the back. Next, we can go ahead and replace the plugs in the ends of our deck rail system. Next, what we're going to do is pick up our rail, and you're going to notice at the bottom of the rail, we've got a vertical piece that comes out that coming from the tailgate, you're going to have a hole in this end right here. In your kit, you're going to have an aluminum bracket with an oval hole at the bottom, and it's got a threaded hole up top. And it's got a little bit of a shelf here that's going to go behind the rail and line up. Now, with that in place, what we're going to do is take one of our 1/4-28 bolts out of our kit with a washer and run it into there. And before we put that together, we're going to be putting shim between the bracket and the rail. All right, now that I've got that started, I'm going to go ahead and drop it down. Insert the shim, and that's going to kind of horseshoe right around the back side of the bolt. Now that the shim is in place, we're going to go ahead and snug this down using a 7/16. And while you snug that down, make sure that aluminum bracket stays nice and straight. All right, next we can go ahead and raise our rail up to the bed of the truck, and we're going to let it drop into place. This side of the bracket is going to go underneath the deck rail system, and this is going to sit on top of your bed cap. Once you've got it in place, make sure you bring it all the way forward to where the canister bracket touches the bulkhead. Then we're going to close the tailgate and use this as a spacer tool. So this is in your kit. This piece right here is 1/8 of an inch thick. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this between this shelf on the rail and the tailgate. We're going to close the tailgate and make sure this is drawn back to the tailgate to where you got 1/8 of an inch between this shelf and the tailgate. All right, next we can go ahead and bring this T-nut back and line it up to our bracket. In our kit, we're going to have a longer bolt. This is a 3/8 bolt. We've also got a shorter bolt. We're going to be using the longer bolt in the rear, the shorter bolt up to the front. I'm going to use lock washer, flat washer. We're going to line this up. Go ahead and get that in hand tight first. And once you got it hand tight, we're going to bear down and then tighten this down with a 9/16. Now at the front, what we're going to do, we've got the T-bolt lined up to our oval hole in our mounting bracket. And we're going to take the shorter bolt with lock washer and flat washer and go ahead and go through that and tighten that down with a 9/16 as well as we bear down. Okay, I just went ahead and repeated the same process on the opposite side. Next, what we want to do is make sure those rails are perfectly parallel. So what we're going to do is take a tape measure, measure from the inside of the T-slot up at the front, and then make sure it's the same distance between the T-slots at the rear. All right, and if you need to bring in the rear to the center a little bit, you can always add more shims between the rail and the aluminum bracket. If you add a shim on this side, you also want to add a shim on this side. But they are correct, so we're going to go ahead and move on to the next step. Place the canister in the bed of the truck, and then with 2 people, lift up the canister inside the bed of the truck and place it onto the rails. Now, the 2 pegs on the inside of the canister are going to line up to the 2 slots in the rail, and then going to slide that canister back towards you to engage it into the rail. Ensure that the rail end caps between the canister and rail are aligned properly on the driver's side and on the passenger side. Then go down to the draw latch. Go ahead and route that forward to the canister, and then draw it back, and then connect that with the cotter pin. Repeat the same on the opposite side. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and remove our handles. We don't want to drive with those installed. And then lash it in to our straps that are included. And repeat the same step on the opposite side. Okay, now for our drain tube, what we're going to do is first get our drain tube coupler. So this is going to be installed right about here on the bed of the truck. We're going to go ahead and mark this with some adhesive promoter, and then we're also going to put some adhesive promoter on the bed where it's going to connect. And while that's drying, we're going to take our Velcro. We've got 2 short Velcro pieces for this type of bed. What we're going to do is we're going to put those together. So on one of our short Velcros, we're going to go ahead and peel that back to expose the 3M adhesive, and line that up on there. And go ahead and press down. Next, what we're going to do is take our other drain tube in our kit and fit it over the barb on the bottom of the drain spout. And now we can go ahead and fit this down out our kick-out hole, and then go ahead and peel off the adhesive, and then set that in place. Bear down to get good adhesion. Then we're going to take our scissors, and then just about a 1/4 inch above the bottom of the coupler, we're going to go ahead and cut off the drain tube. And then we can fit it down into the coupler like so. Repeat the same process for the opposite side. Next, we want to go ahead and test the operation of the cover to make sure we don't need any extra shims at the tailgate. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and use the keys provided, pull up the locking latch, unlock the cover, and now I can press down the center of the latch and it pops up. Bring it back to the tailgate and latch it back into place. It operates perfectly. Now that everything is dialed in, we can go ahead and lock down our clamps to 6.7 foot-pounds. Well, it's just that simple, and that concludes the installation.